little burnout. Yeah, I don't really know how else to put it. Just been doing this for a while, and yeah, little exhausted. We're in Bangkok, Thailand, right now. We actually leave today um, to head south to Krabi, and I'm looking forward to that. We've been here in Bangkok for about 9 days now. We've been here a while. I think longer than any single city since Madrid, I believe. Sounds right. And yeah, I just we got here and we had to combat a few things. So we came from Chiang Mai and we did a lot in Chiang Mai. We really tried to squeeze as much as we could into our 5 days there, two of which were more or less rest days. And we got here to Bangkok and it was hot. Okay, it was hot in Chiang Mai. A lot more humid. Okay, we can live with that. UV index is pretty high, and for people who don't really think about the UV index as being that much of a problem, you would really be surprised when you spend a lot of time outdoors. Like the UV can just really do a number on you. Like, I've got the sun kind of right in my face now, and I can definitely feel it. Like after a couple hours of this, like my head would really start to hurt. And lastly, just the air quality. The AQI here was atrocious for a stretch of about 3 days, like unhealthy just for anybody, not just sensitive groups, just anybody going outside. There was a lot of discourse on the Bangkok subreddit and the Thailand subreddits and stuff about just, even locals who've been here for years, just saying they didn't even go outside. They just, even wearing a mask, it was like brutal. So yeah, you wake up, you feel lightheaded, you feel tired before you've even started the day. It started, we tried to do some things, we had a rest day when we first got here, and we were like, oh, that felt so good. We tried to do some stuff, and we did. We actually did a surprising amount in Bangkok for how exhausted we felt since we got here. We went to the Bangkok Museum, which was fantastic. We went to the National Palace, which was fine. We saw the main things to see, the Golden Mount, the giant swing, we went to some malls, and we got some really important stuff done. I got my replacement for my laptop charger, I got my phone fixed, I can finally charge my phone normally again. So all in all, it's been productive. And I think, it's been productive in the sense that we've gotten a chance to just relax and rest and stay in our room, but, it's been tough because like, I really wanted to love Bangkok. I wanted to come here and be like, this is the best city in the world. There's so much life and energy, and there is so much life and energy, and I do love that about this city. But something that really contributed, besides the heat and the bad air, was, I don't know, just how difficult some of the tourists around us have been. And I don't have footage of tourists being annoying, but I'm just going to share like an anecdotal example. Yesterday, Jenny and I were sitting at lunch at this place here in our neighborhood, which by the way, our neighborhood is lovely. We have the fortress right here. It's Fra something. Fra something. We've got the canal here, and then the river. We can just jump right on a boat and go anywhere in the city. Our neighborhood is spectacular. I love the vibes of it. It's kind of close to Khao San Road, but not close enough that you have to deal with all the annoying people who hang out there, of which there are many. But everything here is just so much more peaceful in this neighborhood, in this area, which I really like. And I think the difference maker is this canal right here next to me, because on that side of the canal, things are much less touristy than this side of the canal. Now, we're not like staying in like some locals only type of area, but it's just, it feels a lot more like home. Anyway, so the tourists here, bear in mind, I'm speaking as a tourist, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But I will say that some of the tourists that we've seen have just been very, disorderly, loud, difficult, drunk. If I were Thai, I would not be this patient. I have nothing but good things to say about the Thai people and the level of patience that they endure to deal with the tourists that come here. And then the fact that they have to look at those tourists and be like, well, we've got a good life because of them. Like, tremendous kudos, because like I couldn't be that patient. The level of drunkenness. Anyways, I'm gonna share my anecdote. So we're at this restaurant that Jenny and I really like, and we're sitting and we're eating. It's like a sitting outdoor type of restaurant. There's maybe like 3 tables, maybe 4 tables. So you can picture it, small local place, not even really an inside, mainly just an outside. This couple sitting next to us, they're just, oh, we got barges coming, might get a little loud. This couple sitting next to us, they're just sitting there, you know, like, you know, they didn't order lunch. They told the waitress that they're waiting for a friend. So they're sitting, talking, very quiet, very respectful. It's a very quiet scene. Like, we're on a back street in Bangkok, very relaxing and peaceful in our lovely little neighborhood here. And I guess their friend is this girl who just wants to surprise them. So she's recording, and she jumps around the corner of the wall and just screams at the top of her lungs as loud as possible. And me and Jenny are the only other people sitting and eating a meal here, but there's obviously staff as well. I jumped out of my skin. The staff jumped out of their skin, and they all started laughing. And then, like, this couple who was really quiet before is all of a sudden monstrously loud with this girl who's already started with a scream. It was just the most obnoxious, annoying thing. Like, I'm like, how do you have no self-awareness? How do you not, like, you know, think about the people around you? Like, it makes my blood boil talking about it. It like really messed up my meal. I'm like, all you have to do is just be like, hey, oh my gosh, haven't seen you in forever. You know, that's normal. That is normal behavior, not that. Sorry, the waves getting a little high. Oh, because the barge. Yeah. Okay, I guess I should have expected that. Yeah, I was just there are other examples, you know what I mean? Like people drunk on the bus, and obviously there's like the sex tourism, but you don't see that as often here as some other places, but I mean, wow, I just wasn't expecting, I mean, I wouldn't say we go to like these super non-touristy places, we're not like local only kind of places, but man, I mean, like if this trip has taught me anything, it's like the people that visit a place can make a huge difference in how much fun you have there. Like, I met fantastic people in Hawaii. The people I met in Hawaii, I'm still close with to this day, and people I didn't even expect to be close to, I'm close with to this day. And so, like, I look at a trip like that where, like, I had a lot of trouble, and there were things about Hawaii that I didn't care for, and the people, the tourists, are what turned it around for me. Thailand is like the polar opposite, where, like, the locals, the people here, and the things around me that are great are ruined by the people who come to visit here. It makes me scared for another place that I'm going, which is Bali. It makes me really nervous for what that experience is going to be like, because if it's like this here in Bangkok, I can only imagine what it's going to be like in Bali. But I don't want to harp too much on that, because I'm not going to say that like other annoying tourists are the reason we stayed inside. It wasn't. It's purely burnout. It's purely just exhaustion. I allocated a lot of time here in Bangkok because one of the most important things I had to do here was I had to get a yellow fever vaccination in my shoulder. That was the wrong shoulder. It was actually this shoulder, but this was easier to do. I had to get a yellow fever vaccination for a future country that I visit that requires proof of immunization. So it was cheap to get it done here. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I was able to get prescriptions refilled. The medical system in Thailand is one of the best in the world, so and it definitely proved to be. I went to the Thai travel clinic and they were so professional, ton of expertise, really efficient moving of people. Like, all in all, I don't have a single bad thing to say or, you know, at all about the Thai travel clinic. So I got the shot, And I think I was just tired for a couple of days after that. I mean, your body's fighting off a new contagion. It makes sense that you would be a little like, sleepy. I was an eepy boy for a few days, but I just, yeah, I feel like I never bounced back. I feel okay today, actually. Like, I feel pretty good this morning. I got up at 7 and, like, came straight out here, filmed, hence why I look like this, but, I feel okay. But there was just a few days where, like, I was just so tired. The heat and the air quality and everything didn't help. And, yeah, just by the end of our time here in Bangkok, like, we just stayed in a lot. I played a lot of GeoGuessr. We would like order delivery, like we would eat pizza in bed, and we don't usually do that. Usually we're like, even in our most tired of rest days, we still go to a restaurant in our neighborhood, but we couldn't even be bothered to leave our room. I think the burnout is really just a result of moving around a lot in Taiwan especially. Like, looking at Taiwan, we literally circled the entire country in a week. Like, that's kind of insane. And people will do that on vacation, then they'll go home and they'll be back in the office 9 to 5, and you can kind of like get away with resting a bit there. But I mean, we jumped straight into Chiang Mai, and we did a ton of stuff in Chiang Mai, and then we jumped into Bangkok. And I mean, there's a lot to see here. This is not a small city. Yeah, I think, I don't have any regrets. Like, we did some really cool stuff. We saw some really great things. I learned a lot about Thai culture here in Bangkok. But I think more importantly, like, I caught up on rest. Like, I really just took the time to relax and breathe and, like, I don't know. I think Jenny and I both really needed a chance to unwind, because from here things move fast. We have a stretch of about 4 weeks, maybe like we have a stretch of about 3.5 weeks where things are just going to be moving. We're going to see so many crazy things. We're going to do so many crazy activities, and I'm so excited. And I think our bodies kind of knew that it was going to get extreme, and my line of thinking is we're in like the most visited city in the world. That's true. That is a true statistic. Bangkok is the most touristed city in the world. And I think that knowing that, my body is like, it's not like you're never going to come back to Bangkok. Take the time, relax. You've got a room you like, you've got a neighborhood you like, the air quality sucks, it's hot, it's humid. Just relax. And it's not like, we didn't experience Bangkok and what it has to offer. Did we see everything? No. Did we see a floating market? No. It's not a big deal. It's a pretty touristy thing to do. Did we go to the old capital, Ayutthaya, however you say it? Did we go there? No. That one kind of sucks, but it'll always be there. We can always come back. Yeah, now the barge is really getting close. But we can do these things later. Like, I don't hate Thailand. I enjoy Thailand. I've been having a good time. I wouldn't say it's like, at the bottom of the list. I think it's the point in time that we are here that is tough. A trend that I've noticed recently is on, like, travel subreddits. I'm gonna get a little closer because the bar's a little loud. On like travel subreddits and stuff, I've been noticing that people will post, oh, I'm supposed to be traveling Southeast Asia for 4 months. I've been here in Thailand for 2 weeks and I'm already burnt out, or whatever. I see this a lot. And one of the common themes that I've noticed is that it's always Southeast Asia, and a lot of times it is Thailand. I can't speak for other countries in Southeast Asia because I haven't been there yet. But I can speak for Thailand, and I can say that Thailand is kind of exhausting in a way that no country, for me, has ever been exhausting. And it's exhausting in the sense that the surroundings are just kind of chaotic. And that's okay. I really like that. I look forward to that when I visit places. I loved Morocco. I was not exhausted from Morocco. But here, it's just different. I don't know. Maybe I'll find a better way to explain it when we go down south, but I don't want to belabor the point. You're sitting here looking at me with this lovely barge in the background. Yeah, I don't want to like belabor the point. I think like Thailand is great. I think Bangkok is a cool city. I wouldn't say it's a bad city. I wouldn't say it's my favorite city. I would come back to Bangkok and I would, you know, do things a little differently. I would be like, okay, I don't have to go see, you know, some of the more touristy sites. Like, I would go to more markets. We didn't go to a single market other than Chinatown, and it kind of sucked. I wasn't crazy about it. It was dirty, a lot of bugs, a lot of people, really expensive prices. Like, for me, like, the experience of just finding a restaurant in our neighborhood felt way more authentic and enjoyable than, you know, going to a heavily touristed market with food that's been sitting out for hours. Like, it just didn't appeal to me. I know we did in Taiwan, but it was different in Taiwan because it's so heavily trafficked, and the food felt clean and fresh, and it just didn't feel that way here. Maybe it was, and I have a weak stomach, I don't know, but it wasn't worth risking to me. And yeah, I feel like it's probably a waste. I know Thai street food, best in the world, and so on. And yeah, I mean, it probably is, but we just ended up not risking it. Again, I think this is a good place to kind of conclude things and just say, there's another barge coming if you can believe it, and say that Jenny and I have been really suffering from burnout since we got to Bangkok. And I think that's okay. It's our world trip. If we want to just relax in one of the busiest, most bustling cities in the world, I can think of worse places to want to stay in, and it's fine. And we had a good time here, and we still ate lots of good food, and I don't really have any regrets. I feel a lot more rested, and I am excited for the next 3.5 weeks, which are going to be just crazy. I'm really excited to experience everything that is to come, and do that feeling well rested, got the vaccination out of the way, kind of like with a new sort of fresh start. Like, we went through the same thing in Madrid, and after all the crazy stuff we did in Madeira, we just spent like a week doing nothing in Madrid, and then we bounced back and we did a ton in Morocco and Sicily and the Balkans, and we really like powered through, and I'm like, okay, I think I can do that again. The barge is starting to contribute more. I think that's my sign to call it quits on this video. Thank you for watching. That was basically my experience with Burnout in Bangkok. Burnout in Bangkok, that's a great name for an album. Anyways, yeah, Burnout in Bangkok, that's more or less what it's been. And don't be afraid to embrace it. I guess that's the final takeaway. Just don't feel like you have to do stuff. It's okay to just stay in, you know? It's your trip, it's your vacation. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't have to be like, oh, I gotta post on Instagram and look like I've done a million things, or else people will think that, you know, I didn't actually go there, or that I don't know how to travel or whatever. Just relax, chill. There's no pressure, you know? This is our trip first. If we want to relax, then we're going to, and we did. I think it was a good decision. And honestly, it's given me a chance to see the neighborhood, which I really, really like. I like our neighborhood. I love this park. I love the fortress and what they do with it at night. I love our 7-Eleven right around the corner. I love our little restaurants. I love our street and our guest house owner, our host. So yeah, I don't have any regrets, and you know, that's Bangkok, I guess. Burnout in Bangkok. Thanks for watching. Next video will be crazy and cool and stuff, I promise. But thought I'd get a little more, you know, one-on-one with you and talk a little more about that feeling. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's all.